Now, I want to make a presentation on the rationale which informed the study that we are going to launch today, and which we will again make a presentation about some of the key findings that we came across as we went throughout the country in the 30 counties trying to understand what the agenda that we had. Now, there are two broad concepts or ideas or notions that informed our interest in trying to understand how we are moving as a nation. And the two of these concepts, one of it is devolution. As you know, as a nation, we have kind of changed our political system. We are talking about devolution, devolved system. We are no longer in the centralized system of government. And this has implication, and that's some of the things that we wanted to understand as a nation. What does this mean to us? And as a people, what does this mean? The other interest was on the whole concept of participation, citizen participation. When you look through the Constitution, and if you read it from a layman's point of view, not as a lawyer, you realize that in each and every chapter of that Constitution, they talk about public participation. And many of us really do not know what this means. And these are some of the things that as a network and as people working in the civil society, in the faith-based institutions, we think that we need to understand this concept so that we can begin reorganizing our civic values, so that when someone says that the public needs to participate, then we know exactly what it means. So, what does citizen participation mean to us in those people working in the civil society and those in the faith-based institution, religious institution, those in the academic institution? What does it mean? Even those who are in the media, what does citizen participation mean? When you look at Article 10 of the Constitution, citizen participation is listed as one of the public values or national values, and also as a principle of good governance. If we are to ask ourselves these national values that are presented in the Constitution, and then drill it deeper and try to find out this particular value of people to participate, what does it mean? We posed quite a number of questions just to try and understand the people's understanding of citizen participation. And then we look at the County Governments Act 2012, Section 87. It lists the principles of devolved system. And one of it is timely access to information, access to the process of policy making, and the right of the minority. These are principles, again, when you look at them, they sound very nice, written in the documents of governance. But what does it mean to the rest of us? When they say that we have to have a timely access to information, do we have systems in place that will facilitate the access to this information? These are questions that are critical to the process of citizen participation. And now these are things that we need to interrogate and find out and look at the systems that are in place. Can they really ensure meaningful participation? Then look at Section 88, which talks about petitioning of the county government, the same County Acts 2012. This is a mechanism that the Constitution provides, but when you look at our counties, how are they situated within our systems? And are people aware that they can actually petition these county governments in their programming, in their planning? During the presentation of the budgets of the county government, there was a public outcry about the priorities the counties had allocated the monies. One of the questions someone would easily ask is, did the people who made the budget consult adequately with the people in the county? Did these people capture the priorities of the county residents? This is provided for in the Constitution. And then of course, look at Section 91 again of the County Government Act. They give avenues, they give mechanisms. They talk about town halls. I don't know how many of us have ever attended town halls when they are making, during the Latif era, when they were making budgets. It's simply acclamation. Now, these are mechanisms that counties are supposed to put in place for people to participate in the process of policy making, in the process of budgeting, in the process of prioritizing the development agenda. And then there's a question of public communication again in the County Government Act. As you realize, people who are in media, information is very crucial when you want people to participate effectively in the process of governance. Now, this is a mechanism that is already provided for, but where is the connection between these mechanisms that we have and the people? So these are things that we were trying to probe so that we can get insight, we can dig deeper, we can understand people's perception, people's views, and what people aspire when they look at these systems. And then on devolution, we look at the Chapter 11, and more specifically Article 174, which gives the goals or the objectives of devolution. When you ask most of us, what does devolution mean to you? We have quite a lot of things we talk about. And quickly people begin to say, now, devolution, this is our thing. But when you look at one of the goals of devolution is about inclusion, including the minorities, ensuring that there are checks and balances of checking the way the exercise of power, especially within the county government, is exercised. Now, if we do not connect the objectives of the county government and the aspirations of the people, many times you'll find that there's quite a disconnect between our leaders and the people who are in these areas of jurisdiction. So these are things that we went out to kind of find out, because as you realize, there's so much that is happening, but no one is keeping track of how these institutions are unfolding. Already we've started seeing claims of misappropriation of funds. Now, this is a very serious thing when you look at the county government, and still people think that county governments will not tackle the question of corruption. Now, the question many people are asking: are we simply devolving the challenges we've had at the national level to the county government? For instance, corruption, the question of ethnicity, tribalism, nepotism. Already some counties have already been put on notice in the way they've constituted their executive. Now, these are questions as people who are interested in development, we have to also to get interested in, to question, to probe, to try and connect the desires that people have in devolution with the real unfolding of this institution. So on this basis, we went out to try and establish and did a very comprehensive sort of study in trying to bring together all these things that everyone else is asking from different quarters, and present to you these findings and see what can we make out of it. Can we still connect the initial desire of the 2010 Constitution with what is already happening? Now, on this basis, we decided that these findings, we have to present them in a national conference. And we have invited quite a number of people who, from the political leadership, from the academia, from religious leaders, from the civil society, and from the international community, so that they can together discuss and distill some of the findings that we have, which we're going to have a national conference on Monday and Tuesday at the Peace Institute on Riara Road. And we will be presenting these findings to these people, and we will want to see their response, so that as a nation or as a group of people interested in the way the county government is unfolding, we are able to to set an agenda on several issues. We are able to capture and position the desires. We are able to address the concerns that people already have about the way these institutions are unfolding.